Nagarathar Chamber of Commerce. Sail to prosper.
So you are planning to enter into REIT, or you are talking about REIT, real estate
Yeah,
investment?
I think when I'm able to build a portfolio of reasonable size, I'll definitely enter into a REIT, or at least partner with a REIT. I don't know how the market develops further, but I need to build a size for it. Once I have a size, we'll definitely have a investment option which will go. And again, encashing, that's why I'll be encashing my real estate. So to answer Venkat's point, encashing will happen at some point. So the zeros has to be enjoyed, So I would like to enjoy the zeros at some point of time.
Or what is your view on commercial? No? Commercial is going to go down actually because the work from home concept is coming up.
See, as I said, it's going to take time for it to recover. See, the work from home is not a very comfortable option for most of us. And our lifestyles of the middle class people, or who are the people who are working from home, is not made for work from home. It's not in America, or where two people live in a house or an apartment. See, so it is very, very difficult for people to adapt in the long run for work from home, unless you plan to buy or invest into some things which is going to make you a good work from home possibility. But work from home is there to stay. See, you can take an option with your company that you're going to work from home for 2 years. All those things are going to be a possibility, which is not possible earlier. That's going to happen. But it's definitely not going to put the commercial real estate to zero. See, there's another concept, work near home concept. Okay, which is going to be growing in a very, very large way. And the co-working spaces are going to play a big role in that work near home part. You will get, assuming your TCS has 10,000 seats in OMR, they'll start taking 50 seats in 10 locations inside the city. And say you can work from your closest location. Those 50 seats will be in co-working places. So commercial is going to stay. It's going to evolve. And I don't know, I think somebody put up the article today. Amazon is going to sign 10 lakh square feet in World Trade Center on OMR. That total building is about 21 lakh square feet or something like that. They're going to take 10 lakh square feet in that building. And that building, the rent is 1900 rupees a square feet.
1900?
Yeah, 1900 rupees a square feet.
1900, yeah, okay.
Rent. Brigade is a developer for that. Bangalore Brigade developers is a developer for that. That's a property they bought from that Nippon Paint, Nerolac Paints in Nanikara. 1,200 crores, 1,100 crores property they bought.
So it's a World Trade Center, is not the government. It is going to be a...
No. It is a development by Brigade Developers Bangalore. They have an investor in that, all that, and it's a 20 lakh square feet development, 2 towers. Building is, fit out is under progress now.
How many projects have you seen, percentage-wise, of return of space? Have you noticed anywhere? How much space has been returned in office space?
Currently, I don't have a number, but I think it's only a hearsay, and people talk of reduction in space because there are a lot of reductions. Like people who have signed up new space also reduced some spaces.
Yeah.
See, they hand over old spaces, take over new spaces, all that is happening. So there has been reduction in spaces. I don't have a number to that. I will put that number at what 15-20% of total spaces would have come up for releases and available. But we are getting inquiries at this point of time, even today.
Yeah.
Like I signed a 2,000 square feet rental lease yesterday. So the company is moving out from a 3,500 square feet office to a 2,000 square feet office. They're downsizing the office.
This morning I was hearing from somebody about a new concept, not new concept, basically something that's catching on now. He's talking about a co-living space and an office space side by side within the campus, with all the amenities of a gym and walking and all that put together. So it's both an office come living space that is, like you said, nearby office.
Work near home.
Work near home. Maybe that will catch on now.
I didn't say one thing. I wanted to mention that work near home, going green, carbon footprint, all that is absolutely very, very good in terms of exercise. So that walk to work concept, is something which is very, very futuristic, viable alternative. So, having your place of work near your place of stay and walking to work is something which was in mind, which I think I forgot about it. Thanks, Chona, for reminding me on that. Walking to work is something which is very, very valid future concept which we can work on.
Back to going to college campuses or IIT campus like that, something like that.
Yeah.
You're inside the campus.
No, I'm saying even if you walk 3 kilometers to also still walk to work.
Okay. Right.
You can't walk to work from Ambattur to thing, but still, then it will be run to work. You do half marathon every day then.
I have one more question. I've been recently looking at this judgment from the Supreme Court about GST being applicable even if rent is not received in the COVID period. The full GST on the full original rent. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't heard of it.
I'll send it to you now. It's unbelievably ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous judgment. But the Supreme Court has passed it, and there's no going back on it, it seems. Basically, it is GST on deemed rent. And deemed rent cannot be changed for COVID period, it seems. And it cannot also be different from the rent in the agreement that was signed earlier. So even if I give somebody say 3 months waiver or a 50% discount, I will still have to pay the GST in full. It's a ridiculous thing. I don't know how this passed also.
It's better. It's very easy for you to bypass that by saying he was vacant, he vacated, he again reoccupied it.
That means you have to sign a new agreement with that person, which is not acceptable. They're looking at that as a evasion. I looked at this immediately. They said they're looking at that as an evasion. I don't know how this will get tested in court only.
Without revenue, how can you pay a tax?
Exactly. This is the most ridiculous thing ever.
So that means you don't get anything, but you pay me what is
that is the concept of deemed income and income tax in income tax department. Also, even if your place is vacant, no rent received, place is vacant, that 1 year that it is vacant, you are supposed to pay income tax.
No, that is on accrual basis.
Yeah, correct.
No, that's always been there.
Yeah, it's always been there. Yeah,
it's always been there. You have to. There's a process for you to claim vacancy remission.
Yeah.
So we have converted a lot of our rents into business income. Rather than all headache is not there in that.
That is, you're talking about as a share of the revenue.
No, business income. It is not. See, if you take it,
you're calling it as not rental but business income itself.
Yeah. You see, income from house property kondu pogama take under business income. So
Okay.
you get 30% standard deduction when you go for income and house property.
That comes under a company, I suppose.
30% standard deduction is available when you say income from house property.
Okay.
So you take business income, you have to book your expenditure. You book your expenditure and take it and go. So
Hmm.
if you have expenses to build, that's the best.
Okay.
One more message now from in the inbox.
Laga Kadya.
Yeah, I'm just seeing that. So I'm asking her whether she can ask that question herself by.
Yeah, hi Mama. Good talk.
Hi Tilaka, nalla irkiya?
Nalla irukku.
Where's your video podle neenga?
Yeah, I think it's better not to put on the video. Okay, so my question is, you said that investing on a land is, investing on a building or renting out on a building is better than investing on a land. So my question is, don't you think that, renting out a building would require more time, money, energy, and, taking care of it, rather than just a single time investment on a land and just, getting it, letting it get appreciated over a time? Because you need all that energy, time, money, and to look after the building because it's being built and all that. So don't you think that this investing on land is much better?
See, money is not going to be earned easily. You have to work to earn money.
Yeah.
First rule. So basically, it's a very simple, Tilaka. The point is, see, if you invest in land, your ROI is 5 years or 10 years or something like that. If you invest it into commercial property, your ROI is month on month, you get an ROI. So it depends the cash utility of your investment is what is the end use for that. If you need an end use where you want a monthly return, then this is the best option. If you have an end use, which you say that, okay, after 5 years, I need this money, then a land is a better option. Because historically, I think everybody will agree that land has grown more number of times than developed property. Okay. So the growth in land prices is more than the growth in the built up area prices, whether it's a flat or commercial or whatever. So, but that's a compounded growth, which is going to come at it's like a, that investment, you put in 5,000 rupees today, and after 21 years, after 10 years, you'll get double the money. You double your money in the savings scheme,
Right.
the post office savings scheme.
Oh.
It's like that. So, what is it you want? Whether you want, for example, people have trusts in their family. The trust money has to come back as an income every year for you to spend the income. Then you get the exemption for the trust. So, each capital requirement has a different end use.
Right.
So depending on an end use of that investment, you have to decide where you want to put it.
Right.
So that's what the answer for that is.
Okay. So if you want your finance immediately, you better build a property.
No, you don't have to build. You can buy. See, if you don't want to think, you have service offices today. You can buy into service offices. They'll maintain it and collect it. Offer you also is available. You have service offices coming up.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So there's many options available. So I think Arun Bharati is doing something like that. A service offices only is doing in the Egmore mall. I think he's planning to do service offices.
Okay.
So they will take care of the maintenance of it. So you can buy into something like that also.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
And if you have a property which is giving you a decent return on investment, and at the same time, you probably get a fair and decent price which is above the market price, do you suggest that you retain such a property, or try and monetize it or make the money and come out now?
See, I'll give you an example to whatever. I'll just put your example. For example, you have a 10,000 square feet built up area of property. and you're getting a rent of which is at say 6% of the value of the property. So when I say 6% rent, 10,000, we're talking in terms of just put a number. நீங்க 50 ரூபாய் வாடகைக்கு வருதுன்னு வெச்சுக்கோ. So you're going to get a value of 10,000 rupees from that per square feet. Okay, then that is 6% roughly. No, sorry, 12,000 rupees. 12,000 rupees a square feet. You take that is 6% ROI for that value. Now, is 12,000 better or 600 rupees per annum rental better? Is the question you're asking me. Am I correct? See, now it all depends. Now, 12,000 is your value of your property, for which you're getting an income of 600 rupees per year. So now, basically, this 12,000 வாங்குனீங்கன்னா, you're going to pay capital gain tax. So net of capital gain tax, assume 10% tax per net of capital gain tax, whatever is your value, what are you going to do with that money? Is that money going to grow further for you? Are you going to put it into business? Or are you going to put it into fixed deposit? We do not know. So the end use of that money will decide what you do with your money. This is one rule. The second rule is, now assume the 12,000 rupees value property is going to depreciate. You think it's going to depreciate over the next 5 years to 8,000. Then it is better to sell. There's no doubt about it. But when you sell, the point of reinvestment and getting a similar 6% plus ROI for that, and plus the growth factor for that are the factors which are taken into consideration when you take a decision for that. So, Ganesh, anything else?
Any other questions from anyone?
How to multiply money very quickly?
I can tell you, there is no way, there is no shortcut in life. That's what I've learned. My lesson in my, how many years? 89 to, let's say, 31 years. There is no shortcut in life. At some point of time, it will catch up. The shortcut will come back to the long route. There is no way you're going to succeed by having a shortcut in life. That's one thing which I have learned, and I think that will stay forever. So don't rush to go through a shortcut. That will be my, ending lesson for this class.
And for the benefit of those 2 or 3 youngsters who are here, so what would be your suggestion to venture into entrepreneurship? Because that is one brainstorming session we repeatedly have with our YES members on how to get them into entrepreneurship. So still they are deliberating in between getting employed and then being otherwise getting into
I will go back to the parents. I will not deal with it. I will not talk to the youngster at all. It's the parent who has to tell them very clearly that, come here, son, I want you to do business. And this is the capital I can risk for you to do business. And I am not bothered if this money is lost. I can risk this capital for you to do business. I wanted to forget that I gave you the money, but I want you to do business using the money. You can tell them to think. You can say, okay, I put this value as 10 as a value. I can give you up to 10. I can give you as a value. You decide what business you want to do. Come with a business plan. I'll give you whatever money you need for that. I'll forget about the money. So I think it's a parent who's spoiling the child and making him go to work. So the parent must make the child take the risk. So I will not at all tell anything to the youngster. The youngsters must keep thinking, whether it's disruptive thinking or whether it is, wide angle thinking or whether it is, whichever. they have to come up with their thoughts, and the parents have to encourage them to do the business. Obviously, the parent can only take a risk in terms of how much of a risk he can take a risk for and write it off. So you should definitely encourage the children to go into business and risk capital. If you don't take a risk, you can't do business. The risk has to be commensurate to whatever you can afford to take as a risk.
Mama, a question on that. There are two things, right? One is when the child goes in the direction where the parent is going in terms of business. And the other thing is when the child is not willing to, go into the father's business, and he or she wants to start another business. So obviously the child needs to gain some experience, and that takes time, right? So what's your take on this, Mama?
Anyway, I think for people who had that conversation earlier, I'll repeat the conversation on that. It is very, very clear. What you learn 10 years in working in somebody's office, you learn in 10 months in your own business. So going into the father's business is not what I'm talking of. I am talking of your parents should risk capital for you to do business what you like to do. The risk capital must come from your parent with the underlying statement, confidence level that I'm not going to question you if you lose this money. So so it is going into a father's business is not risk capital business. That is learning your father's business. Okay, that's going to take you so many years to learn.
Yeah.
But you do the business yourself, you learn it in 10 months what you learn in 10 years in working in a business. So there is no second question, whether it's architecture, setting up your own firm for architecture, or setting up your, a back-end services firm for doing end-to-end solutions and delivering an office to a customer, whatever you decide. It is a business which you have to do with the capital given by your father.
That's right. The capital is right, but then there is another thing called age into this. So when 10 years down the line, you have much more experience than what you're right now. You're right. I mean, when you get into business in 10 months, you can learn more than what you work in another firm. But
I had a visitor in my house today at 4 o'clock today, 3:30.
Okay.
He and his brother, they studied with my brother-in-law in Salem in the college, diploma on textile technology, classmates.
Okay.
And those two boys' mother used to sell idli in Salem. That's for the living. And clothes were given and fees was paid by my brother-in-law for them.
Okay.
This was 25 years ago.
Okay.
He came today and he said that what I learned in 25 years, my sons are better than me today. What I am 50 years today, they are 25 today. He has two sons. One son is a doctor and in the US, doing MD in the US. The other son works on Netflix in the US. Okay. And their history is idli with the mother, single parent with selling idli in that's history. So he's saying my 25-year-old son knows more than me at 25 years than what I know in 50 years. Okay. His other brother, who still works for my brother-in-law, one son is I think ophthalmologist, MD ophthalmologist. His daughter is he's doing MDS dental. Okay. So saying the exposure today, what you get, your father did not get when he was your age. That's the difference which you have to understand.
That's right. Yeah.
So the risk taking will happen once you put your money in a business. Once you, I think Chona and I will give a better example for that. Subsequently in the next fireside chat or something, when he comes up, he'll give you more better examples on that. See, when you spend 1 rupee from your pocket you know the value of that, and you know what are you going to do about it to get it back. That learning is, I'm saying, 10 times more than what you learn by working with somebody else. And this boy said he was taking on campus placement. He was first in college, campus placement. He was taken by Rajendra Mills as a textile supervisor for a salary for 464 rupees per month salary. He left the job. He learned a computer course by an institute in Salem, and he joined in my brother-in-law's office as a computer operator, and he did computerization for his mill as a back-end job, and then somehow went to US. So the point is very simple. What you learn is in doing your business is much more.
Right.
That was a very, very powerful message to the youth. So அதே மாதிரி உங்களுடைய எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ்ல இன்னும் 10 years down the line, if you want to see more number of smaller entrepreneurs today as bigger entrepreneurs, so what should be the thought process and what should they do different? நம்ம நகரத்தார் கம்யூனிட்டில கேக்குறேன்.
Can I just repeat that question?
Yeah, இப்போ youngsters வந்து you are given a very powerful message, but அதே மாதிரி பாத்தீங்கன்னா there are a lot of micro to small entrepreneurs in our community and they continue to remain as micro to small. So அவங்க வந்து scale up பண்ணி ஒரு 10 years down the line, if Nagarattar community has to have more number of say 100 crore turnover companies, so what should be different?
See, you can't be content. Very simple. I think if you say I'm content, I don't want to risk beyond this, that's the end of it. Okay. At some point of time, after my problem in the mall, I was content for 5 years. I said I'm not doing anything. Enough for me. I see whatever I want. I don't want anything more. But now again, I thought of differently, and I'm again going ahead on it. So the question is, if you're going to be content, you're going to stagnate. I realized that myself. So you can't stagnate. If you don't want to stagnate, you have to think of the growth path. I'll come back to my starting point where I said that you divide your time of the day into this thing. That is where this is going to help. Your thought process will change once your adrenaline is up. Let me tell you that. Each one of you can try this for 3 months. You push your adrenaline up for 3 months. I don't know how much of this Vivekanandan can add value to in this thought process, but I can assure you that if you push your adrenaline up in the morning before you go to work, I am telling you, you will automatically get a lot of width in your thought, which will not happen otherwise. So you can't be content at some point of time. Some point of time, if you say you're content, you're content. That's it. That's the story. See, it's very simple, because today, if I say, okay, I'm 100 crores today, 100 will only become 105, 110, 120. It will never become 200. So the guy who was 10 is going to go to 1,000 tomorrow morning, in another 10 years. So I'm going to be looking inferior to the guy who was at 5 when I was 100. So if a 5 can go to 1,000 today, we are seeing in the markets. You can get $1 billion company happening in in 3 years. A guy with nothing in 3 years is having a $1 billion company. Okay. So the question is, today the growth of business is exponential. So you're going to be pushed down the ladder of your marking, which in your mind, nobody is going to come and push you on the ladder. It's in your mind. So if you feel that you have to be somewhere on the ladder, you have to keep thinking and keep thinking of growing. By that time, in another 10 years, your son would have become big. He may have something different. If he may not come to your business, but he may need capital to do something in his own business. So there are so many thought processes which has to go through your mind to give you that information or thinking where you have to grow. This is what I will say.
Yeah, very, very well said. Very well said. Yeah. Any other question from anyone? I saw in the chat box a question from Mr. Kevin.
myself.
Yeah, நீங்களே கேட்கலாம் அந்த கேள்வியா? Please ask.
அண்ணே நம்ம இன்னொரு ஸ்கைவாக் எப்ப தருவீங்கண்ணே? இன்னொரு ஸ்கைவாக் எப்ப வரும்?
நானா சொல்லிட்டேன் ஏற்கனவே. Retail is not the future of retail is very, very different, and it's not something which I will look at this point of time, because the cost of real estate is not like in the US. You can still buy land and build a strip mall in the US for like 1/100th the cost what you can build here. Here the land cost is not suitable for this thing, so I'm not looking at doing anything at this point of time. As I said, commercially we'll build a building and we will come into the investment space where we will throw it up for investment as a REIT. Anand, you.
Yeah. So just a thought process as entrepreneur or feedback from you. If based on a past experience, we did retail based business, which was gyms and then play areas and all that. Happened to be public gathering places like movie theaters and the Mari Aidiche. So now we have realized in the pandemic that this was not the smartest type of business. Luckily, on the equipment sales, we are still doing okay. The fitness equipment sales is doing well. But in the Mari traditional businesses, just as a feedback, in the next 6 months comes and says, I'm offering you the space at half the cost of what the market rate is, what we were paying before, or even on a profit sharing basis, we would find it very difficult to invest that money to start that business, because we don't know what the returns is going to be, because post-COVID, there's going to be a new reality for these public gathering places. It's just one specific type of business. I'm not talking about all retail. So in the situation, when do you think it's going to recover? And where entrepreneurs have a confidence to say that, okay, I can invest maybe less, maybe smarter this time. But when can we expect something? What will happen? Because you're also directly impacted by that in the mall.
Yeah. See, my take on this, I don't know how far I may be correct, but see, I see 3 months after the theaters open, the theaters getting back to normalcy. See, that's when around the same time, which I estimate to see, even public spaces like whatever you're doing, Just Jump and trampoline, all those places coming back to see. But the adult spaces are doing well as of today itself, because the adult spaces, I do not know how it is in Plus Sports, but in Double Triple and Tiki Taka, all that, they're already doing about 70% of business what they did pre-COVID at this point of time. See, because the adult space, they want to move out, they can't be at home, they want to move out. So the adult sports spaces are doing reasonably well post-COVID already. So the children's play spaces is going to have a problem, when that will be the last to recover, because the parent is going to be scared to send the child out into a sleep. So it's going to take some time. So adaptation is going to be needed in the business which we're looking at. But definitely for children, I see the vaccine is the final say in the matter. But for the adults, that is over 14 people, I see 3 months after the theaters opening, normalcy coming back. But retail, I don't see it coming back that soon, because people have to go out socially. The social life has to be back to normal, because if you want to flaunt a new pair of clothes which you buy, you have no outing to go to. So I think that will take longer to recover. Retail will take longer to recover as well.
Would the opening of schools be an indication for these things?
So definitely. See, schools is the place where the children will be, fighting with each other, pushing and pulling, and all those things are going to happen. So, anyway, it's not happening till January. That's what I see. Till January, schools are not going to open. So, I don't know how it's going to be, but that's going to be something which we have to wait and watch. The vaccine, my view, availability in the next year, first quarter next year, I see the vaccine available. I think as of now, the Russian vaccine is what is going to come out first to India, is what I feel. See, that is why I think the government is pushing on the Russian vaccine more than the COVAX, the Oxford vaccine. Oxford vaccine is not going to come now. So I think the Russian vaccine is going to come earlier than the others, is what I feel. That's my personal understanding of whatever I've been hearing.
When the theaters are opening, theaters are already decided, dates have been decided?
No.
Unfortunately, we also fall in that entertainment category.
See, it is after opening the mall, I'm telling you, it's better to keep it closed than opening and not having crowd.
Right.
You lose more. At least we are losing more than what we were when we have totally closed. So.
Okay.
Rapid fire question தான் கேட்கலாமா?
Oh, Peru. Make it interesting, Peru. It's all yours. You already exceeded the time.
Rapid fire question தான் கேட்கலாமா சார்?
Rapid fire.
ஆமா.
அதெல்லாம் தாங்க வேணும்னு தெரியல. கேளுங்க.
அவன லைட்டர் நோட் தான் இன்னும் தப்பா நினைச்சுக்காதீங்க. ஓகேவா? Being a teetotaler, what made you to open resto bar, sir?
But I don't think a vegetarian person should not open honest restaurant. I don't believe in that. See, that is business. This is habit. You can't relate. You can't combine the two. If your habits are going to relate to business, success is not guaranteed. Your business must be working on a business sense. Your habit must work on a personal sense.
Passion for cycling, jogging. Who is your inspiration, sir?
My inspiration for exercise, I will say. I will just say, boredom. I will call that boredom because I was alone at home during the time when my daughter was giving birth to her first baby. My wife was in the US. I was alone here for about 6 months in 2-3 breaks. So, friends, going to meet people, I started getting this thing. This is one part of the story is that. The other part of the story is getting a confirmation in the Madras Cricket Club. I had to go to the club 8 times a month. And, when I go to the club, I only walk. I used to walk. And I walk, I don't sweat even at 6 kilometers an hour. That's 1 kilometer and 10 minutes. Even if I do it for 1 hour, I don't sweat. So I had to break the barrier and run. So I ran at about 7.5 kilometers an hour speed. That's when I sweat. So that was 2 reasons I will say. One is MCC club, and my body did not sweat at 6 kilometers, so I started running. And then I was bored, so that connected to the friendship line. We went out to the Marina Beach, got friends. That's how I started running. So that's the inspiration. Nothing else beyond that. So.
Okay. உங்க கராஜ்ல வந்து ரொம்ப நாளா ரோல்ஸ் ராய்ஸ் தான் சார் பெண்டிங்ல இருக்கு. What is the secret behind 928 and your passion for automobile?
ரோல்ஸ் ராய்ஸ்ல வாங்க மாட்டேன் because அது வந்து it's a waste of money. Because நீங்க வந்து வாங்கிட்டு ஓட்டாம இருக்கிறதுக்கு வாங்காம இருக்கிறது better. Okay, so I have a lot of friends who use the Rolls Royce 1,000 kilometers in a year, 2,000 kilometers in a year. I don't also have a few friends like that who don't use their Rolls Royce. Few friends don't use their Rolls Royce. So that is the point. 928, I think during early part of my thing, somebody suggested to me that 928 is a number for growth. Okay. So, and so he said that, why don't you try a number 928? A numerologist. Okay. So he's the guy who, designed some logo for me at that point of time. I forgot his name also at this point of time. So that's how I started this number 928. Earlier I was in 99. I used to get a number called 99. So then he said, go for 928 and try it. It worked well for me. So I said, okay, 928. So he said, he said in Feng Shui, it's a number for growth. I don't know. I've not done any research on that. So that's the secret for 928.
How not to pass anger at home? How not to pass anger generated at home to home, at work to home? வேலையில நடக்கிற அந்த கோவத்தை எப்படி வீட்டுக்கு கொண்டு போய் பாஸ் பண்ணாம இருக்கிறது?
வேலையில கோவப்படாதீங்கன்னு சொல்றாரு. வீட்டுல கோவப்படுங்க. இல்ல வீட்டுல கோவப்படுங்க, வேலையில கோவப்படாதீங்க.
இல்ல சார், வேலை செய்யற
வேலையில நீங்க கோவப்பட்டீங்கன்னா லூசர் நீங்க தான். இல்ல வேலையில நீங்க கோவப்பட்டீங்கன்னா லூசர் நீங்க தான். See, வீட்டுல கோவப்பட்டீங்கன்னா லூசர் நீங்க கிடையாது. So getting anger at the office is not going to give you a solution.
Okay.
So don't get angry in the office.
How to keep us charged every day, sir? எல்லா நாளுமே வந்து சார்ஜ் அப்படியே பவர்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா என்ன பண்ணணும்?
I have already said that. You increase your heart rate in the morning.
Okay. Thank you, sir. அதாவது நம்ம தப்பா இருந்தா சாரி.
இல்ல that's absolutely fine. Absolutely fine.
Okay, so the time being exceeding, I think, okay, now that we know, every one of us know Ampan very closely through the session, we can ask whenever we want to ask him any kind of question. So we'll have Innovative Annamalayanan. I'll request him to give a formal vote of thanks for the session.
Vote of thanks, sir.
Sure, why? Kandipa. It was really interesting. And to start with, I thought it will be a kind of a speaker kind of session. Your start was totally different. The tips you gave, especially on cardio. Nariya businessmen, I think they are not thinking on their health or they are not working on their cardio. So that is a real tip for us. I think we'll have to share this to all our members. A real, very good start. Priya takeaways, I will say don't play emotions. You made it very simple and sweet. There's a lot of meaning in it. People should understand that. Innone enna romba disturb pannadhu, no sentiments on inherent properties. Well said. Well said. We Chettiars have a lot of emotions on properties. You hold on to. That was well explained by you. And one more thing, enjoy the money earned well, and the same money will encourage you to earn more. That is also nama community kandipa venum. That is a real takeaway. And the message on for youth, it was really good. And நம்ம நிறைய discussions we had. That is really a turning point youth. நீங்க சொன்ன மாதிரி நீங்க parents கிட்ட 10 வருஷம் experience கத்துக்கிறதோட do business on your own, invest, then you will. எனக்கு ஆனா நீங்க சொல்லும்போது அதோட depth தெரியல. இப்போ after hearing your history, I can understand why you said this. Now I can connect. Then அப்புறம் நீங்க ஆன்சர் பண்ண விதம் on Peru's rapid fire. That was really good. Peru, thank you for making it interesting. And thank all the participants. Without the participants, no program is going to be a successful program. Thank you. And again, thanks to the team. President, it's a real good thought. Please take forward. Thank you. Thank you.
So thanks for the patient hearing, guys.